Hey, hey, my darling Libras. Happy birthday. Those of you who are our mid-October Libras. We're going to connect here and see what's happening for you guys in the week from October 11th through the 17th. Okay? We're going to see what's happening for you guys in the week ahead. And we're going to see what messages are coming in for Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now, if you're new to the channel, every month I do a love reading. And then the weekly forecast, we focus on everything else. Spirituality, finances, interpersonal relationships, any messages that Spirit has for you. So the weekly forecasts are not going to be focusing on love, but I will have the love readings linked in the description for those of you who want a more romantically based reading. Alrighty, my dear Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, what is coming up? I see a flashing number 7 as I'm connecting with your energy, and this tells me your angels and guides have been working overtime to communicate with you. Overtime. And they're asking you to listen to your intuition. You might be getting these intuitive feelings, but you might also be dismissing them. I don't know. And they're like, hello, Libra, we're trying to tell you what to do. So we're going to look at the cards here. But I do feel like, Libra, some of you are ignoring your intuition. That's okay. That happens. We're all guilty of it from time to time. No wonder I see a flashing number 7, Libra. Because your first card here is the 9 of Swords. So 9 of Swords tells me you're stressed out. You're worried. You're finding yourself at a situation where you're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to move forward. I don't know how to handle this situation. And Spirit is trying to flash and show you, come this way, come this way, come this way. But you might be really, really overburdened by the what ifs. Sometimes what happens is negative ego. Oh gosh, that terrible negative ego. Negative ego hates change. Hates change. Even when the change is a good thing. So some of you Libras might even be lighting candles and lighting incense, and you may even be doing prayers, and you might just be like, work things out, help me work things out, help me, show me the way, show me the path. And some of you Libras are getting like hit with these ideas, like this bolt of inspiration, this lightning epiphany. Some of you are being hit with it as soon as you wake up in the morning. Some of you later on in the day. And you're like, oh, that's it. Oh my gosh, that's it. That's what I'm going to do. And then you're all happy. You're all excited. 5 minutes goes by. And the negative ego is like, really? Seriously? Seriously, Libra? You honestly think that's going to work out? Oh my gosh, you really think that's a good idea? Yeah, I bet you anything if you try to do that, then this is going to go wrong, and that's going to go wrong, and then you're going to get stuck because of this reason, you're going to get stuck because of that reason. That's a dumb idea. That's never going to work. And then we're like, oh, like we're deflated again. We're sad again, right? We had the answer, and then we're like, oh no, that was not the answer. When you do that, spiritually, energetically, it's the equivalent of being stranded out in sea and a little lifeboat comes by and you're like, oh my gosh, yes, that's it. Oh my gosh, I'm saved. And you swim up to the lifeboat and you go, wait a minute, no, I asked the angels to help me, or I asked God to help me. You know what? This isn't it. This isn't it. This isn't what I asked for. I'm just gonna stay here and hope that the answer comes in, or God comes in, or the angels come in, and they get me out of here. And we just let the little lifeboat go by, right? And I feel when I see the flashing 7, Libra, Spirit's like, we keep sending lifeboats. We keep sending them one after another. But that dang negative ego, oh my gosh, that negative ego is coming in like, oh, that's stupid. It's never going to work. Now, I'm not telling you to be a Pollyanna. I'm not telling you to be foolish and like just jump and take a leap and say, oh, I have faith. It's all going to work out. I know it's not that easy. Believe me, I know it's not that easy. You guys don't know my life, but I know it's not that easy. This negative ego, instead of being like, oh my gosh, I have to shut the negative ego up. I have to stop it. I have to fight the negative ego. Anytime we fight something, it gets worse. right? We give it more power, and then we find ourselves in this power struggle with it. So, Libra, I give you this piece of advice. In the coming weeks, especially as we're coming up to the full moon in Aries the following week from the time that this is focusing on, in the coming weeks, as your negative ego comes up with this is never going to work, this is the dumbest idea ever, when you feel that coming up, all right, negative ego, thank you for that. You know what, negative ego? You're awesome. You are the best, because you just gave me some things I hadn't thought about. Now I can sit here and I can come up with a plan B, a plan C. I can start laying out safety nets. Now I know to think ahead and think of some of the issues I may encounter and what solutions for that would be. Thank you, negative ego, because you've just taken a really good idea and you've made it a lot more solid. You've made it a lot stronger. Now my chances of succeeding are going through the roof because I'm prepared for these things I hadn't thought about. That is going to be the best way to deflate the negative ego and to take power away from the negative ego. Instead of, don't be negative, don't have these thoughts, don't tell the negative ego to shut up. Sometimes we do have to tell the negative ego to shut up. But in this kind of energy, we just need to embrace it. We need to embrace it and use it as a way to benefit us, right? Oh, thank you, negative ego. You're helping me. Thanks for the help. Thanks for the help, negative ego. We're going to have some big changes now. Awesome. Keep it up. Keep it coming, negative ego. I love it. Keep it coming, right? And then we take the power away from it. My next card that's coming up here, Libra, is the Ace of Wands. Oh my gosh, I just got chills. Okay, this is kind of aligning with what I was saying and what I was feeling with the energy. Ace of Wands is embracing an opportunity, like just kind of like going for it, right? Going for it, doing what you need to do. Like some opportunity comes here and you seize it. The little lifeboat starts drifting by and you get your sweet little behind on it. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get on that lifeboat, right? You take the opportunity as it presents itself. Now, one of the things about the Ace of Wands is gonna be a card that comes up when it might seem like a small opportunity. It might not seem like that big of a deal. But the message with the Ace of Wands is that if you grab a hold of it and you put some effort and energy into it, it's going to flourish. It's going to blossom. It's going to grow into something bigger. So this is something that you might be starting small, but it has great potential for growth. So this could be a temporary job, a temp assignment that ends up turning into a full-time placement, or like a hire, like maybe they're saying, oh, it's just temp, and then it becomes temp to hire kind of situation. Or you just think you're helping somebody with something small and it begins to take root, and now there's regular opportunities to get together and to collaborate on other ideas, bigger ideas. It could be a business that's starting to take off. Okay, it could be something that you're doing very small that's opening the door to meeting certain people. That's going to be very beneficial for you in terms of networking, in terms of making new friends, finding soul family. It seems very small, but it's connected to a lot of other things, and it's going to grow, and it's going to really bring in bigger, better opportunities. The next card coming up here, Libra, is the Seven of Wands. Okay. And so the Seven of Wands, 7 is the number of intuition. You listen to your intuition, listen to your guidance. It's guiding you in the direction to go. Now, some of you might be asking, Amethyst, how do I know when it's my intuition and when it's my imagination? That's a really good question, okay? I will say this. Intuitively, you're going to receive messages, and the messages are not always going to be wonderful. They're not always going to be, beer and Skittles and butterfly and sunshine, butterflies and sunshine. It's not always going to be great. Sometimes my guides give me bad news, and I'm like, oh man, okay, thank you for letting me know. Thank you for the heads up. But this is the thing. If the messages are coming in a way where it's filling you with fear and terror and hopelessness and sadness and anxiety, that's not intuition. That's not spirit talking to you. Because even when spirit brings you bad news or tries to prepare you for something bad that might be happening, or something painful or negative that might be happening, spirit also brings it in with a sense of like, okay, here's what's about to happen, but you're going to be okay. You're going to be all right, right? This is about to happen, but you're going to get through it. You're going to be okay. And here's some things that you can do to get ready for it. And here's some things that you can do to get through it, right? So that it's not knocking you off your feet. It's not putting you out of commission. And so this is how you can know the difference between imagination and real intuition. Okay? Intuition and messages from your guides and angels will not always bring good news. But if it's filling you with terror and fear and sadness and hopelessness, that's not spirit. That's not intuition. Okay? Seven of Wands also comes up with the message to keep doing what you're doing. You might find and you might experience, Libra, in the coming week or weeks, that you have people opposing you. They might see that you're taking certain steps or decisions and they don't like it and they want to argue with you. And they want to tell you, Libra, that's not the right thing to do. That's not the right way to go. Libra, you don't know what you're doing. Seven of Wands says, do not stop to try to convince these people. Because these people cannot be convinced. All they're interested to do is to argue with you and to pull you back into their energy. They don't want to see you break away. They don't want to see you move up. Okay, they want to keep you down where they're at. And so do not stop to try to convince them. Some things are not open for discussion. All right, thank you for letting me know that. I will keep that in mind. Thanks. End of story. Move on. You don't have to convince them, I know what I'm doing, or this is what I need to do, or here's why this is going to work. No. Save your precious time and save your precious energy. Don't get into it with them. They don't need to, it doesn't matter. You keep on your path. You keep doing what you're doing. Some of you need to be cautious when the Seven of Swords, when the Seven of Wands comes up. Sometimes I see Seven of Wands come up where someone sees you getting ahead and they feel very threatened by the fact that you're getting ahead, and they feel like you're getting this, you're shining, you're getting the light, you're getting the glory. They don't want you to have it. So what they might do is start to talk negatively about you. They might start to say things or do things to try to set you off. They might pick at you. They might pick fights with you. They might say very negative or hurtful things to you. And they're just kind of like stirring up trouble because, Libra, they want you to lose your cool. They want you to lose your cool. They want you to go off so they can say, aha, see, I told you Libra was a bad guy. See, I told you Libra is like unpredictable and has a horrible temper. I told you Libra, we shouldn't like trust Libra. Libra's not ready for it. Libra can't handle it. I'm the right person for the job. You should trust me. Like you might have somebody that's trying to get a reaction out of you so they can point fingers and say, aha, look, Libra's bad. I'm good, Libra's bad. I'm the victim here. Libra went off on me. Libra did this to me. Libra said this to me. Oh my gosh, Libra is like terrible. So you may have somebody at work or in your circle of relatives or family that feels threatened by you or feels like you're getting this attention that they don't want you to have, and they may say things or do things to try to bring the attention on them, that you're the bad one and they're the good one, or they're better than you in some kind of way. So don't fall for it. It's not worth your time. It is not worth your time. Do not fall for it. Your next card coming up here is the Chariot. I have to giggle here. Okay, so Major Arcana card. Anytime the Major Arcana cards come up, we're coming into a significant new chapter in our life. We're coming into a significant changes. This is a defining moment. When the Chariot comes up, we are moving on. We are moving forward. We are covering huge leaps and bounds. Some people don't know this, but traditionally, when the Chariot card came up and people assigned meanings to the tarot cards and keywords to the tarot cards. One of the keywords of the Chariot is sanctuary city. Okay, we hear sanctuary city today and it means a completely different thing. Back in the day when tarot was first put together, there were what they called sanctuary cities, which were like little safe zones where, say you accidentally you did something you weren't supposed to do and the police were looking for you and they wanted to take you into court, or you owed people money, or you upset or you offended somebody, and it was like back in the day, the old school law, they could come and they could, hurt you, they could take matters into their own hands, whatever it was, right? Like the Wild West kind of law. There were sanctuary cities that if you got to that sanctuary city, nobody could touch you. They couldn't come after you, right? You couldn't have police come and go to that town and drag you out of the town and take you into jail or take you into court. You couldn't have people going there harassing you to pay them back. Like, once you were there, you were safe. Nobody could touch you. That's the laws of that city would not let outsiders come in and start trouble, right? Like, you left it at the city gates. It can't follow you. And there was a certain period of time that after this period of time passes, then the past is forgiven. As long as you're a good person, you're a good citizen there in that city, you're not causing any trouble, you're not making any problems, you're being a good person, then after that time passes, you can continue to stay at that city, you can go back home, you can go to another city, and they have to leave you alone. The past is forgiven, right? It's like statute of limitations are expired. So in that sense, the Chariot has the meaning or the sense of like getting to safety. And so some of you Libras might be manifesting relocation in the sense of getting a complete and total fresh start. You're just wanting to leave the past behind you and get this whole new beginning. Okay, so you may be doing this by way of moving or a relocation. I feel some of you might even be thinking about taking out money that you might have saved, or a 401k, or selling assets, or selling stocks, or selling a business, and like taking this money and going somewhere else and getting a fresh start. Some of you might be thinking about that, or you might be thinking about early retirement. How can I set myself up for early retirement? And when that happens, I want to go somewhere else. I don't want to be where I'm at right now. Some of you are beginning to formulate that plan. Chariot also, there's no co-pilot on the Chariot. It's a very independent card. And Chariot always makes me think of the quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson when he said, once we make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. So Chariot also comes up for me in a reading when Spirit is saying, this is a time that you're learning to exercise your free will. Chariot sometimes comes up when we're like, angels, guides, tell me which door to go down. Open the door you want me to go down. Open the door that's the path I should take. And your angels and guides are like, look, Libra, we're here to help you. We're here to open doors. But we can't override your free will. We can't choose which door to open. In this case, in this scenario, you have to tell us what you want to do, and we're going to have your back. We're going to support you with it. But you have to make the decision. We can't pick the door. You have to tell us the door. So Libra, there's a lot here coming up for you in terms of like seeing your power, seeing your abilities, seeing your gifts, exercising your free will, creating the life that you want. Instead of, okay, Spirit, show me the way, and we're like this little feather being blown about by the wind. You want stability, you want structure. That's going to require some decisiveness instead of just letting the breeze carry us wherever. So this is exercises in free will, lessons in free will. What does Libra want? Once you make the decision, you're going to see things are beginning to unfold. Things are beginning to come together. Okay? You're on the right path. You're on the right path. You just have to overcome the fear that comes with that. And just embrace the negative ego and use it to your advantage instead of trying to fight against it. And you're going to have big, fast-moving movement, fast-moving change to better experiences, better horizons. The Chariot is really also jumping out at me. So if any, I'm not the lion. I mean, is that a lion? It looks like a lion to me. Yeah, it's kind of like a lion creature. So I guess usually on the Chariot we see little Sphinx creatures, or I don't know, they're ligers or what they are. We don't typically see lions. I don't think. But the lion is really jumping out at me, and so this is making me feel like some of you may be dealing with a Leo, or if you have a Leo placement, there might be really big changes happening for you in that area of your life. Some of you might be having a power struggle with Leo, and you're coming out on top. You're coming out of it. Again, check out your moon sign, your rising sign. Some weeks this might resonate with you more than others. It might add a little extra information that could be helpful. If you would like a private reading with me, please feel free to go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. If you would like to send a tip or a donation, some people have been asking, and I'm blown away by that, and I'm very touched by that. I'm not a wealthy person by any means, and every little teeny bit helps. So if you do feel moved to do that and to support the channel, please feel free to do so. You can go to paypal.com and you can send the tip or the donation to my email address, which is amethystangellight@gmail.com. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Love readings for October will be linked in the description. You can check those out as well. And I will see you all next week. Take care, my dears.